Okay, there you go. It says that we are live. I am making myself a super quick lunch and I'm going to use just 2 ingredients. So I thought that I would share it with you guys. So we're going to make a chaffle today with egg and mayo, and then we're going to turn that into an egg salad sandwich. So technically we're just using eggs and mayo here together. This can be carnivore depending on the mayo that you choose. If you use a bacon mayo or a tallow mayo, then this would also be a fully carnivore dish. The one we're making today isn't, because it's just a regular cheapola mayo. So we're going to start out with a tablespoon of mayo and our 1 egg. Get that mixed up for you guys. So I discovered this kind of by accident one time. I usually make nut flour in my chaffles, and I started out with just mayo and egg one time, and it's the right texture. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. And I got my waffle iron by Dash heating up, and it's my favorite. I love the mini waffles. My heart-shaped one makes smaller waffles, so I love that one even more. I'm able to get generally 3 waffles out of 1 size serving. So you're just going to keep mixing it until it's really well mixed together, and it gives you almost like a pancake batter texture. So that's done, that's ready. We're going to get our waffle iron ready, and I got my heart-shaped one out, so we're going to use that one today. And I got a couple waffle iron tricks for you guys too. So number 1, you want to leave it a little bit of space to grow. So you don't want to fill it all the way up. You want to give it just that little bit of extra space that when it starts to grow, you can see that it's not quite full. So I'm going to leave it there and close it up. So that's tip number 1 when you're making your waffles, is you want to leave it some extra space. So while that one's cooking, we're going to take our hard-boiled egg and just get our egg salad ready. These ones are just pre-boiled and peeled eggs. They're expensive, but I like to keep them on hand for days like today when I don't really want to spend a whole bunch of time making something to eat. They're already pre-boiled, they're ready to go. Now, if you're industrious, you can pre-boil up your own eggs and keep them in the fridge too, right? Like if you're on your meal prep, good show on you. So we're going to take our egg and we're going to add a bit of mayo to that one while our first waffle is cooking. And you can add any spices that you like, that you want in this. Even just salt and pepper is nice on an egg salad. I think we're going to throw a little bit of seasoning in there. Let's see what I got handy. Ooh, we're going to use this one. This one is my Epicure one, and it's kind of a really yummy mixed blend. So we're going to use some of that one. We're just going to sprinkle of that in our egg. And you can see that our waffle iron is puffing up as it cooks, and the light has gone off, which is generally the signal that it's done. What I do is I wait for probably about another 30 seconds once the light goes off, and then I'm going to show you my next no-fail trick for awesome chaffles. But we're going to wait just for a little bit. Because these are calibrated for wheat waffles, that's the difference. A keto waffle doesn't expand quite the same, so you want to give it a little bit longer to cook. Then tip number 2, I flip it and let it cook again on the other side to get it nice and crispy. So we're going to let that one go, and then I'll show you what that looks like and how quickly we can get our little sandwich together. I'm going to grab us a little bit of green onion from my counter. I have just a pot of green onion that I grow, and then whenever I need some for garnish or meals, I can just clip a little piece and go. So again, we're going to let it go longer than the light. And you can see, even though we left a little space, I could have left just a little bit more space. So you're always better to err on the side of a little bit less batter on your waffle, then a little bit more, because we know that it'll flow out, right? Like, it's going to make a huge, big mess on you if you don't give it enough space to grow. So we're going to let this one cook just a little bit longer. You can see that it's nice. It's getting nice and crispy. And then I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to put it on my cooling rack, and we'll get the second one on the go. So let me just grab down my cooling rack. Okay, so I'm going to lift this one up and show it to you guys. It's hot, so you don't want to really grab it with your fingers. But it's nice and it's light and it's crispy. So we're going to let that one cool and put in the batter for the second one. And again, this is just egg and mayo. That's all that's in this one. And we're going to give it a little bit more space than we left it last time, just so that as it puffs up, now that I can hold this one, I'll show you guys what the texture of it looks like now that it's not too hot. And you can see we did get just a little bit extra over to the side. It's not exactly a perfect waffle, but it's going to taste awesome anyways. It's also easy just to trim that little bit extra off if you're, you know, if you're plating it and you want it to look fancy, you can just trim it off, that little bit of extra. So we're going to let that one cool, and we got the other one in the go. I'm curious what you guys are up to today. I absolutely love this. This is one of my favorite, just quick, easy go dishes, and you can see it's kind of puffing up already in the waffle maker. We're going to wait till the light goes out, give it another 30 seconds, and flip it. If you end up with soggy chaffles, that's why, because you want to give it a little bit of extra time to really cook it all the way through, flip it, and then do it on the other side. I also have my clapper live on, which I haven't done very much of yet, so I want to introduce you guys and say, hey, did you know that you can go live on Clapper now? Which is kind of exciting. So we're going to open this one up, and we're going to take a look at it, and then we're going to flip it and let it cook on the other side. Oh, it does get hot. There you go. Now, you can add a nut flour to this, or you can add ground pork rinds to this. Seed flour works as well, but if you want something that is lower in carb, this one is just egg and mayo. So there's really not a lot of carb in there. And then we're going to dress it up with some egg salad. So essentially this is a 0 carb lunch and could be carnivore depending on your mayo. This one is not a carnivore mayo, but if you were making it with a tallow mayo or a bacon mayo, and if you're looking for bacon mayo, I do have that on my YouTube, so you can see how to make a bacon mayo sandwich. So while this one is cooking, I'm going to do them as an open face sandwich. So I'm going to get this one dressed up while that one's cooking, and then we can be off to go have some lunch. So this one is going to make 3 waffles, so I'm going to divide my egg mixture in 3. And then I'm just going to cut my green onion on top so that it looks all pretty. My food generally isn't all that fancy. I just picture it nice and plate it up pretty, and then it looks appealing. But this really only took just a couple minutes to make, so there you go. Beautiful egg salad waffle, 2 ingredient lunch that you can whip up anytime. And these freeze well, that you can use them later. You can put them in the fridge. You can take them for lunches to go. I like to make these up ahead of time when I'm going to a restaurant if I don't want to eat their bun. So we're going to pop out the second one and show you guys how nice and crispy it is. And I hope you guys have an amazing Thursday. And don't forget to sign up for the Keto Diet Summit. I'm speaking on Saturday, and it's totally free. So come hang out with me. Have a great day, guys. I'll give you one last close-up. Oh, look at that. So yummy. Bye, guys.